Okay. Hello everyone and welcome back to the United Star. I said I won't be doing the review on the watch along, but here I am because I am in a mood to just puke out all my thoughts. But before that, with me is our very own Rishi Chauhan. And before we start with our rant slash review of the game, do like, share, subscribe to our channel. It really helps all of us out. And do comment what you think about this game. How bad were we today? And that question I'm going to pose to you, Rishi. How bad were we?
Look, Sid, you have to give credit to Leicester. Their mentality, their desire to win was being clearly demonstrated, especially after we equalized 2-2 when they got the third goal. You could see just how badly they wanted it, which I think we've been saying for the past 6-7 years now that United simply lack the desire to do anything. Whether it is win a game, win 2-3 games in a row, or win a trophy, there is something deep within our philosophy that is making us lack the desire to actually go out there and want to change, want to win, or want to prove ourselves. So I think on that end, you have to give Leicester credit. But yes, all goals are Maguire's fault out and out. I don't know how he is still captain. Our defense is absolutely non-existent. There is no point in playing a 4-3-3 because there's no point having four defenders. Might as well push four people up, attack, and try to get some goals instead. It's the same effect. Look, our defense, honestly speaking, they have no desire to win the ball from the opponent team. The only thing that they'll try to do is try to push the player as far wide as possible and hope that the cross is a miscross and they intercept the ball. There'll be no pressure on the ball. No one's going to try to even muscle out the wingers or, for that matter, the guy who's standing right in front of them if you're a centre back. I mean, you could see Maguire, he simply Vardy go. He could have easily tracked Vardy for the fourth goal, if I'm not Vardy, third goal, whatever.
Yeah.
It was so easy to track his run. It was not difficult. But Maguire just stood there. And this, again, ties into the non-desire part, because if you actually wanted to win, you, with your last breath, you would track that run. Because if you remember, for the fourth goal, they got the free kick because of Vardy's desire to win the ball. 89th minute, he's pressing Aaron Van Bissaka like anything because he wants to win the ball. And you simply do not see that in United players. So, and fine, that's the defense. Midfield, look, we know our midfield is not working. We know we are lacking a CDM. And we thought Ronaldo would paper over those cracks, but unfortunately, it's been an expose rather of just how much we needed that CDM. Okay, Pogba does not fit into that role. He does not have the work rate that is needed for that role. Matic is old. Let's face it. He cannot fill in for far too long. And nor can he give us the spirit to win the game, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Bruno is our only creative outlet. You can't expect him to be everywhere in the game. You can't expect him to be in our box and their box at the same time. He is good where he is. He's our only shining light as of now. Sancho, look, you can argue that he still needs time, but he doesn't look anything like what he used to look like in Dortmund.
I want to come to that. I want to touch upon that. Prasham also said this during the live stream when he had come on, and if you guys have not seen the live stream, just go to our channel, check it out. He said that Sancho is being played out of position. Okay, he's been played on the left wing, so he's not getting that time to get and then he's being subbed off when players like Mason Greenwood, nothing against Mason Greenwood, a fantastic goal, fantastic talent. But I think if you play Marcus Rashford, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Jadon Sancho on the right, I think you have a much better outlet or much better attacking threat than when you play Jadon Sancho on the left, who is not looking comfortable there. Cristiano Ronaldo up front and Mason Greenwood on the right, who in a way he just refuses to pass. There are so many passes he could have done, but he goes for the shot and all, and that is valid. He's a hungry young striker, but sometimes if you're playing on that role, you have to understand that role properly, right? So I think this is where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, lacks, in sort of managing his players, making them understand what their sort of role is in the team, right? So I think this a part of this also goes on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The blame has to go on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the coaching staff, because I am telling you, we were absolutely shit today. I know I'm going on like I'm going on and on, but I am just so pissed. So I just want to ask you what.
So I agree with you. Like you said, Sancho is a hungry young player. So
Hmm.
he is going to want to imprint his own game rather than follow dot to dot what Ole has prescribed for him.
Hmm.
And this is where you have to be a good man manager. You have to know when to let the player be hungry and when to make the player shift his position. Because see, we've seen it with Rashford. He started as an out and out striker, and
Hmm.
slowly we pushed him more towards the wings as we
Yeah.
needed him, and he adapted to that role and with a good work rate on the wings, might I say.
Hmm.
Okay, so we need to see if Ole has that man management capabilities to make sure Sancho fits into that new role.
Hmm.
But what I'm also trying to say is, in my opinion, Sancho's lacking a bit of that snap that he used to have. That quick turn of pace, just weaving a little bit. Maybe it's because he's finding it a little more pressurizing in the Premier League,
Hmm.
maybe a little more organized than what he's used to. I don't know. I'm not speaking as if Premier League has better teams, because I'm sure the defense in Germany would be as
Yeah.
severe as this is. But what I'm trying to say is he doesn't seem as confident on the ball.
Hmm.
He's always even the pass that he slid into Pogba, was it, or Bruno for the shot which got skewed wide and went for a corner. You can see
Hmm.
how loose it was.
Hmm.
It was like a last second, split second decision that he had to make, and he got scared, so he just touched the ball wherever, and
Hmm.
luckily it went to our player. So I'm saying he has to grow into it. So we can still give him some time.
Hmm.
That's fair enough to say, and
Hmm.
hopefully Ole will understand how to manage him better. But look, we are right now simply 11 individuals, okay, out of which maybe 3 or 4 actually deserve to be there.
Hmm.
And we keep talking about this one doesn't deserve to be there, this one doesn't deserve to be there for years and years, and nothing changed. But we are actually just a team of individuals, and we have no team chemistry whatsoever. We
Hmm.
don't know who's going to run where. Our
Hmm.
defense, either one guy is way too deep or way too up.
Hmm.
We're not in a line ever. We
Hmm.
aren't tracking each other's runs. And you can see that because today's goal also, Greenwood's goal, was a clear individual goal. There was
Hmm.
no team effort in
Hmm.
it. Fine, Bruno played the pass back to him. That's it. That's it. That's
Hmm.
the only thing that happened. Rest, it was an individual goal.
Yeah.
Even Rashford's goal, it was a direct pass. It's not like we went through the
Yeah.
midfield, we played it around, and then Rashford made a good run in. The run was good from Rashford, no doubt. And whoever passed the ball, Lindelof or Van Bissel, I'm
Lindelof.
not sure.
Lindelof.
Lindelof spotted the run well, good ball, no doubt. But again, what was the point of a midfield if this was our game plan? Is what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
And if we are succeeding in scoring goals like this, then why play a 4-3-3 style game in which we are trying to make a game? Might as
Hmm.
well play all games direct then.
Hmm.
So I'm saying we do not have an idea of what our strengths are. We do not have an idea of what our identity is. Are
Hmm.
we a team that plays direct? Are we a team that plays on the counter? Are we a team that's trying to build up the game? And lastly, look, I know some of
Hmm.
my friends at least have a thing against Ronaldo, but if we are giving Sancho time to fit into United, you
Hmm.
also need to give Ronaldo time to fit into United for the simple reason that he is scoring goals and that is what we got him for.
Yeah.
But to adapt to the system, to truly understand how Ronaldo is going to fit into our system,
Hmm.
he needs time as well, and Ole also needs time for that. So as long as he's getting goals, which he did not get today, he missed some 2-3 sitters.
Hmm.
Okay, it's fine. And I hope he's going to get back his shape and get some goals again after today.
So what now after this? We've already started with the shit result. Okay. Now we have to move on. We have to play UCL nights, and then we are playing Liverpool, Spurs, City, and all of them. Right?
Look, this is where, in hindsight, I think of what a great job Mourinho just did. By that I mean he understood that we cannot build a game like how City and Liverpool build a game. We do not have the work rate or the talent, for that matter, to really take the game to a team like Leicester or City or Liverpool. And
Hmm.
Mourinho very well understood that. So he tried to jam the back as much as possible.
Hmm.
Okay. And yes, it was frustrating for the fans, but we did win a Europa League through that system, is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. So I think I think maybe it's time for both United fans and the management to suck it up and just say, till we do not get the CDM, or let's say a winger or striker that can adapt to the game that we hope to play one day. By that I mean a good, smooth flowing football. We really need to solidify our back and play a bit deeper play a bit more direct, try to catch Rashford in those runs, try to draw them out a bit more, not in the sense of that we're trying to build the game, but in the sense of uh, let them come to us now.
Hmm.
I don't think we can take the game to such teams at least. I mean,
Hmm.
let's face it, not last week, last week was
Two weeks
international break.
back.
The week before that as well, we tried to take the game to them and they got us back.
Hmm.
So are we going to win the trophy from here? I doubt it because, like I said, we lack the identity to really cement our place for the trophy. I'm
So
going to
no
be honest.
trophy then. So no trophy then only has to go then. You like you have
Yeah,
the superstar squad, and if you don't win a trophy, that is borderline embarrassing.
look, I sent it on the group as well. When Priyan asked, "What are we watching?" I just said, "We're watching a PE teacher's class." And I agree with you. I think, look, as United fans, we have to admit we get way too attached to the status quo. We get way too attached to the past, and we are very, uh, how do I say, distasteful to an immediate change. Look,
Hmm.
at the end of the day, football's a business. How much
Hmm.
ever we care about it or no, it's a business. And in a business, when you don't perform, you sack the CEO. It's as simple as that. The
Yeah.
board kicks out the CEO.
Yeah.
Whether it's hostile, whether it's pleasant or no, it doesn't matter. If you're underperforming, you're out. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I think, in my opinion, we do need to get that ruthless attitude, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying that the owners are no less to blame over here. If it were up to me, I'd be ruthless with the owners as well,
Hmm.
if you know what I mean.
That's a
So
given.
yeah, so I'm saying it's a really deep issue which we've been talking about for 6 7 years, but having this squad today just cements the points that we were saying back then of just how deep rooted issues at United are, because this squad is by far the best squad we've had in the past 7 years. No
Hmm.
squad on paper comes as close to this, and yet we've not cemented any of our mistakes. We've not set out an identity. We don't know who we are. And yeah, I think look, there's a valid argument that we cannot keep changing managers because in that way we'll never cement an identity.
Hmm.
But I'm saying we're United, man. Our identity used to be we used to win trophies.
Hmm.
Whether it was we were sitting back, playing on the counter, or playing a insane 4-4-2 where we're just absolutely attacking.
Hmm.
We used to win. That was our identity. So
Hmm.
might as well look around for a manager who has that winning identity. That's it. He just cares about winning.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree with you on this one. And I would have ranted a lot, but I think this is enough for everyone to take in. Again, absolutely abysmal performance to say the least. I'm so I just it's all boiling inside, but I'm not gonna
See, but
let it
see,
out.
I enjoyed the way Leicester play, man. I
Yeah,
really
that
do.
was very good. And I said this in the preview. I think Leicester are that kind of a team where they've not had a good start, but I think Brendan Rodgers will want a result today because he wants to put out a statement. I said this with Prayan also. You beat Man City, fine. But a bigger statement would be you beat and dominate Manchester United, who've got the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo,
Yep.
Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, all these mega superstars. You beat a team like that. That's a massive statement from
Yep.
Leicester side. But then again, I don't know what to say, man. I want Oli to do well, but we just cannot do well with this. We cannot win. You look at Liverpool. I mean, they did so well against Watford, and then this performance is just borderline embarrassing. Anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your day or night, or yeah, day or night. That's the only two things. Anyways, that was that was Rishi and me. We'll be back for the previews for the Atlanta game midweek this week, and we'll be back for the watch along as well. Hopefully, if all of us are awake and all of us are watching the game, because that game's gonna be at like 12:30 in the morning for us. But hopefully, we should bring in the content for you. And thank you for all your support. Do like, share, subscribe, comment on this video. Ollie in, Ollie out. What's your opinion on this game? And we will see you for the next one. Goodbye.